A girl is standing when a little child comes from behind and places an iron on her back. She screams loudly. When she turns around and looks at the child, she says, "What have you done to me?" Another girl sees the picture hanging behind her and throws something at her. The girl looks at her and says, "What did you throw on me?" The other girl says, "Look behind you." When she turns around, she sees a picture hanging behind her and gets scared. Outside, her husband arrives and says, "I'm coming inside. Is anyone there?" The woman quickly sits on the bed. When her husband comes in, he hugs his daughter and asks how she is. Then he asks his wife, "Why are you sitting worried?" The daughter starts telling him everything. The other girl comes forward and says, "We were just joking with you to make you happy." The husband says, "That's fine. It's a good thing." The wife says, "I did all this just to make you a little happy." The husband says he is getting late for the office and leaves. After he leaves, the woman angrily tells her daughter, "What were you doing? If you tell anything, I will beat you." The other girl comes in front of them and says, "Go ahead, hit her." The mother says, "What else should I do?" The other girl says, "Don't say anything to her. She's just a child. She made a mistake." The mother says, "Fine, I'm letting her go today because of you, but next time I won't." She leaves. The child asks the other girl, "What have you done?" The girl replies, "I only saved your home from breaking apart." Meanwhile, a boy is working somewhere. The girl tells him to quickly come down. When he comes down, he tries to hug her, but she pushes him away and slaps him hard. She says, "Why did you put that picture behind me?" He says, "It's a good thing I did." She replies angrily, "How is that good? I almost got caught today. Don't ever show me your face again." She leaves. Later, the woman is cutting something when her daughter climbs up and throws liquid on her, then puts a bucket on her head. When the woman removes the bucket and looks up, she says, "Didn't I tell you not to do anything to me? Why won't you leave me alone?" She tries to push the child down. The daughter screams, "Mom, don't do this to me." The woman pushes her, but the other girl catches the child and tells her to go inside. The mother angrily says to the other girl, "Why are you always after me? Why do you save this child every time?" Just then, her husband comes and asks what is happening. The wife says, "Your daughter threw liquid on me." Then the husband sees a broken toy on the floor and asks, "Who tore my daughter's toy?" The wife gets scared and quickly puts the scissors in the other girl's hand, saying, "She tore the toy." The husband asks the girl, "Why did you do this?" She says, "I didn't tear it." He tells her to leave the house. She packs her things and sits with the child, saying, "Don't worry, I'm leaving now." The father tells her to go. She pleads, "Don't throw me out. It's not my fault. It's your wife's fault." The wife says, "I did nothing. Just leave." The girl says, "I will tell you all her secrets," and gives a file to the husband. She says, "Look at this. After you leave, she has relationships with another man." The wife says, "She's lying. Don't believe her." The little girl says, "Dad, it's true. Mom is betraying you." The father asks, "Why didn't you tell me before?" The child says, "How could I? She would beat and scold me." The husband asks his wife if it's true. She denies it. Then her lover arrives and says, "She loves me." The husband tells them to get out of the house.